We're talking to Frankie Allen, the head coach of the Tennessee State University men's basketball program. And of course, Coach, before we had our first commercial break, we promised that we would talk about some of the activities that you've been involved in centered around your team. And let's allow you over this next few minutes that we have in this segment to talk about the team and the schedule, not only your present team, but some of the teams that you've had prior to this team.
Well, I mentioned a little bit earlier the championship teams that we had, and we were led by Carlos Rogers, who an outstanding basketball player for us, who's currently playing it professionally with the Toronto Raptors. But he had a great supporting cast. Timmy Horton, who's done quite well, who's playing over in Europe right now, was an outstanding point guard for us. Monty Wilson, who just completed his career, is also playing professionally overseas. We had some players that probably, really did a great job for us throughout the years. A couple of local Nashville natives, Rico Beasley, who graduated and is working in the Nashville area, along with Jeff Johnson, who also was a native of Nashville. So the list can go on, and Curtis Davis, who just graduated, who's now working in communications for a TV station down in Columbia, South Carolina. My first captain, Michael Moore, who's back down in Alabama, who's working in his hometown of Birmingham. There's so many people, and I hope I didn't leave anybody out, but they were the the ones that really went out and worked hard and built this championship program. And we're really pleased with the things that they did. And they left a legacy, for the current players, the ones that that we're going to have in our program right now. And when you have that kind of legacy and that kind of tradition, then it makes it much easier to go out and recruit the quality players. And we've had a couple of outstanding recruiting years. I have a current staff now of Joe Esposito, Lonnie Thompson, and Chris Hooper, and they've all done a tremendous job. Joe has been with me the longest. He's starting his third year, and both Coach Thompson and Coach Hooper are joining the staff for the first time this year. And I really feel that that's what makes for a solid basketball program, is to have good people, surround yourself with good people. And I really feel that the players that we have in the program over the last few years, some of their accomplishments. 2 years ago, Jason Johnson was the freshman of the year in the OVC. Last year was Kevin Samuels. The runner-up was his brother Keith Samuels. Those three players will form a really good nucleus for this year's team. We have Kareem Gilbert, who's a point guard, who's a senior. He led the nation in assists. Kareem's been hobbled by some early season injuries and a chronic bad back, and we certainly hope that he's up to full speed. If he's playing at full speed, he could really make a difference in us having an outstanding year. Seth Huber, who's also a native of the Nashville area, is an excellent three-point shooter and just a tremendous all-purpose type player. Those four guys played a tremendous amount for us last year. And then we brought in some really outstanding newcomers, most notably Jamie Roberts out of Georgia, out of Albany, Georgia. He was the Mr. Basketball and also the top offensive football player in the state of Georgia in the highest classification down there in the state of Georgia. He's looked good in some of our early practices, and we're only 2 days away from our first exhibition game. So, once we get out there against outside competition, we may be able to know a little bit more about our personnel. Then there's Julian Bankston, who's a transfer from the College of Charleston. He'll be eligible this year. At 6'10", he's the big man that can really